I want or I need at least 1,095,000 and some change in my account at the time I retire. Now I know where I need to go. If I know where I need to be and I know where I am now, I can kind of figure out how to get there. But, just like going anywhere, to figure out how to get to where you want to go, you're going to decide where you're going to go first. So that's where I'm going to go. By the time I'm 60, regardless of my age, I want $1.95 million in my account. Done. If I can be a little bit more conservative, maybe I don't want to take too much risk. Maybe 3% is the proper number. Then I need 2.4 million. Remember, we're going to actually prove this, at least graphically. In order to earn in markets where all agents are rational, in the sense that they don't leave money on the table, it's a minimum rationality. So if I give you money, you don't say no. That's the minimum rationality that is required for this result. In markets where all agents are minimally rational, in order to earn or in order to have a higher expected return, you have to bear higher risk. So if my current investment is expected to earn 6%, in order to earn 8%, the only way to do that is assume higher risk. So maybe I don't want to take that much risk, 3%. You can think of these in after inflation terms. Historically, things like investments into something like investment grade corporate bonds kind of gave you 3% real return. 4 would be you would have to go into junk bond territory a little bit, which is not that much riskier, but it is riskier. But if you don't want to take any risk at all, probably you have to live with 1%. Then your needs are higher, 3.7. So the higher is the interest rate, the lower is the present value. That kind of makes sense. Remember, present value means I have some future cash flows. I am discounting them today. If I do that discounting at a higher rate, they're worth less now. You may hear in financial market, interest rates and bond values are inversely related. That's what that means. Because value of a bond is the present value of the cash flows from that bond discounted at a certain rate, at the market rate. If those rates go up, value of the bonds go down. So when Fed increases interest rates, bonds go down in value. And Fed probably is going to start reducing interest rates with the September meeting. Anticipating that's going to happen, bonds already have gained in value, but more than likely they're going to keep gaining in value. So let's go back to 4, our original number. All right. Now, this is on or Mr. President Malley. Let's ask another question. So in this case, let me write it here. Using setup mode, and present value option, set APR equals 4%, and frequency equals 12, periodic payments equals 5,000. I think that's what it says. Left-hand formula. So we figured out our need. Before we go into the solver issues, let's ask another problem. Suppose your grandma, Nana, or I'm going to use the Russian version, your babushka left you 200,000. You are 20 years old. You believe you can save $100 a month for the next 40 years and expect to earn 8% on APR on the balance of your account. How much money you will have by the time you retire at uh, age 60. I assume the higher rates because it's a long time saving. Plus, you're young, you can afford to take risks. Historically speaking, 8% is roughly the average return that you would get by investing into something like S&P 500 index. So put all your money into these days an S&P 500 ETF, something like SPY, or if you want to take a little bit more risk, put it into the Cube, QQQ, which is the Nasdaq 100 index. You probably would expect a little bit more on that, but that's the setup. Again, my lovely babushka started me up with good, okay? And all I have to do is save $100. Let's find out now. Again, this is an annuity with a starting balance. I'm starting with 200. Every month, I'm going to add 100 to it for 40 years. And in the meantime, the account balance is going to earn 8% APR every month. That means 2/3, so 0.676666% a month. And all I have to do is, instead of present value, I'm going to do future value. When I post this thing for you, I'm going to actually illuminate that triple choice for you. It's going to be either green or red. For this template, I made it triple because sometimes you deal with that. I mean, I haven't had it yet, but I can even make that thing into 5 different choices. I just chose not to. and just oh, future, okay? And maybe I could even change that title to future value or present value, but I'm not going to do that. So let's see. What is the interest rates that I expect to earn while I'm saving? 8%. What is my compounding frequency? 12. My periodic payments, I'm going to save 100 bucks. I'm starting with 200,000 and I'm going to do this for 40 years. Done. My granny loves me so much. She started me off pretty good and I'm going to retire with 5.2. That means I can change my girlfriend every 6 months when I'm retired, or make 3 trips a year, something like that. Whatever your fancy. $5.2 million is a lot of money.